Okay, so picture this. You've spent $1.4 million on a video game character, and then your dumbass friend somehow accidentally sells it on an in-game marketplace for a few $100s. And this actually happened, like in real life. And in this case, you'd sue both your friend and the video game developer. Let me break this down for you. Okay, so in China, there's this game called Justice Online. It's a pretty popular MMORPG made by NetEase, and you basically run around completing quests and killing dudes for XP and loot. It's kind of similar to World of Warcraft, and it actually looks pretty sick if you're into that kind of thing. Anyways, this dude Lu Mao, apologies if I pronounced your name wrong, apparently he paid the equivalent of $1.4 million USD for this incredibly rare character in Justice Online, which is frankly fucking absurd. Now, I'm working with a few different translated news articles, and they all say that when Lu bought this character, it came connected to a mobile phone number. Again, what I basically think this means is that when Lu paid the 1.4 million, he got the character and the account and everything connected to it. So the progression and items and, shit like that. According to everything I've read, Lu then stopped playing the game regularly and eventually gave the character and the account to his friend, Li Maosheng. Now at this point, I have no idea if Li bought this $1 million account or if Lu was just really generous. And then eventually Lu asked Li to sell him back the account and the character that he gave him in the first place. And they agreed that Lu would pay the equivalent of 55,000 USD. This all seems super weird and really confusing. Now, here's where things get super strange. After a marathon session of gaming, Li posted the character to Justice Online's in-game marketplace, where he and Lu agreed that Lu would immediately buy it. But Li accidentally listed the character for $500 USD. And before anybody knew what the fuck was going on, some random dude recognized the insanely cheap price, snapped it up, and left both Lu and Li with absolutely nothing.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Lu is understandably pretty pissed, but because the transaction was made above board and in the marketplace, there was technically nothing he could really do. Well, except sue Li and NetEase, the people that made the game. And like every other aspect of this story, the legal side of this is really weird. Lu, his friend Li, and NetEase all agreed to mediation. Everybody just wanted to hash this out and get it over with. So they used something called the People's Court Mediation Platform, which is basically everybody sitting in different rooms, jumping on a Skype call, including the judge, who listened to all of the arguments, made his ruling, and then logged the fuck off. It's basically a courtroom on the internet. Now, according to an unverified translation of the court report, which was made public, it's the first time that this platform has been used to mediate a dispute in the Sichuan province of China. The idea is that they use this digital platform because they live so far away from one another. Now, during the dispute, Li, the friend, said that he accidentally posted the character for such a low price because he was dizzy from playing the game for way too long. Okay. Now, NetEase's argument was basically, hey, we just provide the infrastructure, we don't really monitor anything that happens in the marketplace. And then there's the random dude who bought the character, and when he was brought into mediation, he was super confused about why the hell he was here, and he really didn't think he did anything wrong.
Why am I here?
And then finally, Lu stated that he felt like his friend Li posted the character for such a cheap price on purpose and that NetEase did nothing to stop it. He understandably feels like he got ripped off here. The judge eventually ruled that NetEase had to revoke the transaction and that our boy Lu was to be given back the account and the character with one specific catch. He had to pay the random dude who bought the character the equivalent of $12,000 USD. Now remember, Lu originally paid $1.4 million for this stupid thing. Think about that for a second. One day you're browsing the in-game marketplace and you realize that some dummy has listed his insanely rare character for a stupidly cheap price.
そのアバター F1300 番系でしょ。レアだね。それめったに出ないんだよ。ねえお姉さん、2メガクレジット出すからさ、アカウントごと売らない？
You immediately buy it because why wouldn't you? And then you're dragged before a digital court, told that you have to give back that character you bought above board, and then you're given $12,000 as an apology. The judge then went on a rant about the perils of video games and, well, I guess everybody went home happy. Well, as happy as you can be when you have to pay 12 grand to a total stranger over a video game character that you paid $1 million for originally. Video games are wild, man. Has been used to mediate a dispute in the, it's Szechuan? Is that how you pronounce it? Sorry? Szechuan? So using something called the People's Court mediation platform? The next graph down.
I see it. It's Sichuan.
Sichuan?
It's the province in China.
Sichuan? Okay.